The Clarity Act bill is coming soon. It will be passing, as Polymarket still has it above a 70% probability that in 2026, clarity is coming for crypto. The question at this point is when. But if you wait for when to start accumulating cryptocurrencies that have major upside, you will miss the boat. Even right now, banks are loading up on certain coins. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about the 8 coins that we see banks buying right now because they're excited about the future. If I am you, or I'm not, but I'm myself, I'm buying these same 8 coins DCAing right now. So stick around for the entire video to hear those 8 coins. If you enjoy it, make sure to do a couple of things for me. Smash the like button, hit subscribe, and make sure that notification bell is turned on so you never miss any of our content. All right, let's go. Now, I already know that some people are going to be upset about this video because I'm going to leave one of their favorite altcoins off the list. This is not a video where I'm telling you my favorite altcoins, but I am saying these are 8 altcoins that I am buying because the banks are buying them and are really big on them. This list will not include coins like SUI or AVAX or Cardano or BitTensor Tau or Aerodrome or a plethora of other coins. Even though I own all of those coins and think that the Clarity Act could unlock some big bull runs for those coins as well, in this video, I want to focus on the ones that banks specifically have already issued money towards and have said they want to go bigger in once they get the green light from the Clarity Act. So don't go in the comments section saying, what about this one? What about that one? This one is about what are banks actually buying and why are they buying them? Let's start off with coin number 1, and it's going to be an obvious one. It's Ethereum. Ethereum is the number 1 altcoin out there for a reason. It is a powerhouse, and banks and institutions have already declared that this is going to be a major part of their buying future. A big reason why is the same reason coin number 2 is going to be being bought up by the banks. It's because the Clarity Act will have details about how to handle stable coins. And with stable coins being built on major layer 1s like Ethereum, this means it's going to stand to benefit heavily from the banks and the institutions going big into the stablecoin world. Coin number 2, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, is Solana. I'm going to treat these ones together because these are the 2 largest layer 1 solutions and have a large upside to go. While I'm not promising you the bottom is in for any of these coins, as I take a look at the charts for Ethereum and Solana, I want you to see, despite the fact that the price has dropped significantly, just getting back to all-time highs would be a move of 184% for Ethereum to get back to the highs we saw just last year. For Solana, it's a very similar mode where, yes, we've had some really big pullbacks, and the bottom very well might not be in just yet. But a move for Solana would move all the way back up to 332% just to get back to all-time highs. I think both Ethereum and Solana and every coin on this list is going to exceed previous all-time highs and go a lot higher. I just want you to know what the bare minimum is looking like. Even if you were to just buy and then ride it back to all-time highs, we're talking about big returns on your investment. I know some crypto enthusiasts want 10x, 20x, 30x, and some of these coins might end up doing that in the next couple of years. But for some of my smaller investors, maybe my longer term swing traders, these are phenomenal entries and places to start scooping up these altcoins today. Hey, let's really quickly interrupt the video because if you're watching this, you're somebody who likes to make money, and I like to make money as well. And I want to make sure you're aware of a big way to be making money, even if we're in a bear market. And that is by doing some day trading. But you're going to need a platform to do it, and the best platform to be trading right now is over on Toobit, the number 1 exchange worldwide. It's the one that I'm using on a daily basis. Go sign up at the link down below to get cheap fees, VIP level 1 fees, and also when you deposit $100 or more, you can start watching my live trading sessions daily along with my other pro traders. We just made some big money yesterday where we observed that Bitcoin's price was a little bit overheated, and we entered a short right down here around $73,000. After our TP1 was hit this morning, we have now locked in our profits, and we're still waiting for a move closer towards 69K. When you sign up for Toobit and deposit $100 and send proof of that to the email in the description down below, you can see these entries as I'm entering them and ask me questions more about how to do technical analysis, start making money today. Go sign up with Toobit, and I'll see you over there. Let's get back to the video. Let's move to coin number 3 that the banks are buying. And some people in chat might try to debate me on this, but I'm not giving you this as my opinion. The facts state that the banks and the institutions and TradFi investors are really excited about this project, and they are buying it. Its name is XRP. Now, XRP, of course, blazed the trail for the rest of cryptocurrency, defeating the SEC back in 2024, and now has a green light to be bought to the upside. But we do need to see the Clarity Act bill passed. The reason why the Clarity Act needs to pass is because this affects how all banks and institutions treat cryptocurrency. And with XRP being a cross-border payment system that they are raving over, this is a coin that banks are buying, and therefore so am I. Once again, while I think XRP can exceed these all-time highs back up at 367, just to move from recent lows up to that level, we're talking about a move of 227% just to re-hit all-time highs. It goes a lot higher when you start to look at the possibility of maybe a $10 to $15 XRP in the next couple of years. But again, depending on whether you're a day trader, swing trader, or a long-term investor, there is upside for everybody. Coin number 4, of course, is one of my favorites. Its name is Chainlink. Chainlink is the oracle that every single bank and institution and money derivative system is utilizing because it is the only coin that stands to benefit no matter what happens. Right? They are going to be used for information from the Web 2 to the Web 3 world in every situation. So while technically almost every other altcoin on this list could have something happen in flops, Chainlink probably has the highest potential of any altcoin out there at being a long-standing investment that will make you money. If you were like me, we were just buying Chainlink for around $7 and from not even all-time highs, because we didn't hit new all-time highs in this bull run so far, but let's just pretend Chainlink only makes it back up to the highs we had back here in 2024. We're talking about 330% move to the upside. People have called me crazy before talking about price predictions for Chainlink upwards of $300 to $500 or higher. And while I do think those things can happen by the year 2030, if you're a more conservative investor and you only want to take profit back at previous highs around $30, we're still talking about over a 4x of your investment. Now, for coin number 5, we're going to go off the beaten path a little bit. Not everybody is fully aware of this altcoin, but it is one the banks are very excited about and have already invested in heavily. Its name is Canton Network. Now, Canton Network will be heavily utilized for real-world assets and private information. And while actually an investment in Canton Network is not going to make you that much money just to go to all-time highs, I mean, you can see this thing. It kind of launched and had a big crash, and then it's been rallying for the last couple of weeks. We're only, a very small amount, just about 31% away from previous all-time highs. But this is one that has early adoption from the banks. Just like others, I do think this is a major player for the future. I would not be surprised at all to see this coin well over $1 in the next couple of years. Banks are buying big, so am I. Now, for the last couple of coins, we're going to focus really heavily on the fact that real-world assets are going to be a big play here. When we see institutions and banks try to take their stocks, take their assets, and move them onto the blockchain, real-world asset technology is going to be essential. And there are very few altcoins out there that benefit more from this than my number 6 pick, and that is HBAR. In fact, while I'm very big on Chainlink, a lot of people have already said that HBAR might be a bigger benefactor than even Chainlink. And while that's probably open to interpretation, the fact still stands, diversification is very important. Having Chainlink and HBAR are both going to be essential for the future. Heck, the banks think it is because they're buying both of them. That's a reason you should be as well. HBAR dropped down to 7 cents just to get back up to a previous all-time high. This would be one of our bigger gainers here. We're looking at 455% moves just to get back to all-time highs, let alone what happens further after that. Now, for coin number 7, this is going to be a coin that is going to be utilized for DeFi protocols that also operate within the real-world asset play. And while there aren't necessarily a whole lot of banks that have invested in it just yet, the fact that BlackRock invested in coin number 7 speaks a lot about its future. Its name is Uniswap. I'll admit this one was a little bit surprising to me because I would have thought that Uniswap and DeFi protocols would be maybe a back-end thing that comes years later. The fact that BlackRock and a couple of other banks are already starting to buy into Uniswap means it's another one to be keeping an eye on. Uniswap here recently dropped to prices lower than even the bear markets back in 2022. And while going back to all-time highs in 2021 would be a lot higher, just going back to all-time highs in 2024, we're looking at almost a 600% return on your investment. So once again, if BlackRock's buying, pretty convincing that I should be buying it as well. All right, coin number 8, the one that is going to have the biggest potential of any of the 8 on this list. It has been obliterated this entire bear market. Heck, its bear market started long before what seems like the rest of the crypto bear market started. but it still remains one of the top used real world asset plays out there. And while I've been investing in this coin for quite some time and I am down on my investment, still gobbling up this coin at these very, very cheap prices, the eighth and final coin on my list is going to be Ondo Finance. Recent reports show that more than 60% of real-world asset conversions are still happening with Ondo, despite the fact that the price of Ondo has been in the tank, dropping as low as 20 cents after being up at $2.15 earlier this year. You guys know what that means? That means just getting back to all-time highs. Not even talking about new all-time highs, just getting back to all-time highs. We're looking at nearly an 1,000% increase in price. Yes, I know Ondo is down. Yes, I know some people are giving up on it, but you know who's not giving up on it? The banks. And for that reason, despite the fact that I'm in the red, I will be adding DCA into my Ondo position at these extremely cheap levels. Now, again, I said this at the beginning of the video, but I want to remind you, am I telling you the bottom is in? Not necessarily. If you watch my other content, I still think there's one more big wave to the downside, at least for Bitcoin, and I'd be surprised if altcoins don't follow as well. But that doesn't mean this isn't the time to start DCAing along with the banks. Because when we think about the long-term future, don't just think about next week or the month after. Think about the next couple of years. That is how truly wealthy people think. And when you think about it that way and you look at this technology and who else is investing in it, there's a whole lot of money to be made for those who are brave enough to buy while there's blood in the streets. Now, I know recently people have not been making a whole lot of money, so crypto taxes might not be on the front of your mind. But I'll tell you what, this next year, I do think people are going to be paying a hefty amount in taxes because the government, who now is embracing cryptocurrency, is also going to make sure you are paying taxes on any time you gain money. And the gains are coming. So this Saturday, we actually have a webinar with our CPA, Ernest from Decrypted.tax. Well, he will help break down and answer questions that you might have about taxes moving forward. This is one you do not want to miss because while the IRS has been lackadaisical in the past about cryptocurrency, the crackdown is coming. And you don't want to be the one who misfiles your taxes, who misunderstands crypto, and then ends up paying a hefty fine. Come check it out this Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You'll find a link in the description down below. Well, guys, that's all I have for you in this video. If you enjoyed it, if you agree with me, let me know in the comments down below. Also, let me know what coins am I missing? Is there another coin out there that banks have been investing heavily in that I should be adding to my portfolio? Let me know in the comments down below. Smash like on your way out, hit subscribe, and turn on that notification bell. I'll see you next time. Adios.